everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, as you can see, the setup is a little bit different and the camera quality is a little bit different. Now, that is because I'm having a few issues with my camera and storage and USB sticks and all that kind of stuff. And that is also why my video is a little bit later than a week since the last one, just because I am figuring out all of the technical issues, but I still wanted to get one out, so there was still something for everyone to see. And so yes, I hope you can excuse it just for this week's video. I will sort it out. And then also the issue is now, because I'm filming it on my phone, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, hello. But yeah, anyways, I hope you like the setup. I thought it was a nice one, cozy, and you know, I've got the Christmas tree here and my chocolate frog decoration. That is from Creatively Charlotte on Etsy. It's very cute, and I will be doing a haul of independent small business that is selling Harry Potter themed items very soon. So there's a sneak peek, there's one of them, and then I have just a few twinkly lights, a few nice bits. Oh, I've got the cat. And then also, before he runs off, here's Dill. Oh, he's not happy. Okay, bye. I have disturbed him with my filming, so yes. Anyways, all of the disclaimers, all of the rambling, that is all done now. I will get on to what this video is about. Now, if you had read the title, you know it is reviewing / comparing some YouTubers' books. To be specific, Zoe Sugg's Cordially Invited and Tanya Burr's Tanya's Christmas. Now they are slightly different in the sense of it's Cordially Invited is more a broad overview of things to do over the year, whereas Tanya's Christmas is centred around the Christmas period. It is the same kind of format of, well, very similar formats actually after reading the books. There's a section of kind of reflection and nostalgia on what they used to do, what they like to do now, and then tips, tricks and recipes and instructions. They're very similar in layout and in the way that they present things, so I thought they would be interesting to compare and contrast, and especially if you were considering buying one of these, then it would be interesting for you. Furthermore, there have been plenty of reviews of Cordially Invited. You may remember Angelica Oles doing one and Jackmate doing one, so I wanted to check out the book for myself because I have been a fan of Zoella since about 2015, around there, so I have enjoyed her content, and I haven't really bought too much of the things that she's come out with because I was, you know, 13 to 17 at the time, and in that time I didn't have a job, so couldn't afford to get the things that she was coming out with. But now I have adult money for adult spends, which is fantastic. I can now have a little look at the stuff that she comes out with. So I don't have a physical copy of Cordially Invited. I got it as a Kindle edition just because of some of the reviews that I've heard. Obviously hardbacks are generally fairly expensive just because of the nature of the production of the book, so I got that on Kindle because it was far cheaper. Actually, the Tanya Burr, I do have a physical copy, and it is a hardback, and it was on sale at my local garden centre for £4.99, I believe. Yes, it was on sale for £4.99, and that's absolutely brilliant because it retails generally for £16.99, it says, so that's absolutely brilliant. And that's probably because it came out a couple of years ago now. I think it was maybe 2017, 2018, around there, so yes. So I will start with Cordially Invited, as that is probably more the book that you are more interested in hearing about, as it caused a lot of controversy and there's a lot of different opinions floating around, mainly negative. So personally for me, rating it out of 10, I actually found it fairly alright. I'd rate it 7 out of 10. You know, some things it's a bit obvious, and then in the way it's written, it's written as an easy read. So then if you're someone who likes classic literature or anything like that, like, it's not going to be a challenging read. And some people kind of forget that when they're making reviews of these things, is that yes, you might like more difficult reads, but this book was made, it was produced for the masses, and her specific demographic are very young. So it's not that she's going to be making you know, books that are incredibly difficult to get through, especially in the writing passages. I thought it was very cute, simple, nostalgic, very nice, and yeah, there were far more. There's the famous kind of how to walk thing, and I think that is kind of a silly criticism to make, because it's just kind of, you know, if you want to go for a walk, here are some things to look out for, but it's only like 2-3 pages of the book, and it's at over 300 pages. Obviously I didn't get to see all of the filler pages as such, because I had the Kindle edition, so it is mainly the writing, and it was 300 pages on Kindle. I don't know if it's 300 pages on the hardback. But yes, there's far more than that, and then there are some fairly simple kind of, like, I remember Angelica talking about the bunting, and fair enough, it's like with the ring things that you do make in primary school. It is kind of a fairly obvious one. I will give them that. It is a bit of an obvious thing, but that's not the only decoration instruction kind of thing in the book, and some of them are really cool. The recipes seemed absolutely great. There's as I said, it's broad over the year, so there's plenty of different things to do. For me, I didn't personally actually intend on using it as a guide to host parties, because I'm not that kind of person. I just wanted to read it because A, I'm a fan of hers, and B, I'd heard so many things about it. I wanted to see if it was really as bad as everyone was saying, and my personal opinion is that it isn't as bad as everyone says. It's quite a nice read, quite an easy read. You get through it, you know, if you sat down for a couple of hours, you'd be able to finish it, but I kind of read it over a few days as to digest the information, because it is a lot of information. It's all through the years. So yes, I thought it was a nice book. It wasn't never before seen kind of thing, and it is fair enough to say you could find all of the information in it for free, but if you're interested in buying something that is, you know, you want to start hosting your own sort of gatherings, and you're really interested in that kind of thing, then this book is a nice kind of concise collection of tips, tricks, recipes, instructions, and it's not as bad as everyone made it out to be, or at least that's my opinion. You could get it and take a look and form your own opinion, but for me, and I guess as well, I am partially biased, I will admit it, because I quite like Zoe. She's not a perfect person at all, but I've always found her videos quite nice, and just it's nothing to be taken too seriously. It's just nice, simple content to just escape from reality and just watch someone else, you know, live their life in a idyllic way. It's just nice. That's my purpose for watching it, and I think she's a fairly positive person, and in the modern day internet, that can be sometimes difficult to find. So that's my personal opinion on that book and on the author. Now, I was never really someone that watched Tanya Burr, and unfortunately it's quite difficult to go back and watch her videos, because understandably, with what's happened between her and her ex-husband, she has deleted the bulk majority of her videos, and that's completely understandable. Tanya's Christmas, do you know what? I'd rate this as 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved this book. Now, I don't know if she entirely wrote it herself or she had a ghostwriter, and that's the same with Cordially Invited. I don't know if she particularly wrote it all herself. Obviously, she will have had an editor. But I personally found the writing bits a bit more kind of, whimsical's not the word, but it was very pretty and very elegant, the way that the pictures and images were created in your head of her childhood experiences and the kind of the cozy Christmas vibe. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic book. It just really made me very happy. I do like just nice escapism where we just talk about nice things every now and then, and we can bury our head in the sand for 15 minutes and just forget about what's going on before we need to return to the real world. I have tried out a fair few recipes in this actually, and they've all worked for me. I've really liked them. Like, for example, the mulled wine, the hot chocolate, she does camembert 3 different ways, and then naturally, because I do have this hardback edition, I do have filler pages and such, and all that kind of stuff. So if you are looking for something very nice to read over this Christmas period, I just think it's really pretty. It makes me very happy, this book. I think Tanya did very, very well on this, and it definitely gave me a few new Christmas traditions to try out this year and to make with family and friends. And I just thought it was, to describe it in 2 words, warm and cozy. It just made me feel warm inside. I really liked it. Personally, I preferred this one over Cordially Invited, but that's just because the style of writing suited me more as a reader. So yes, those are my thoughts. I just thought I'd do a quick video on what I thought of these 2 books. I don't know too much about Tanya. I've only watched a few of her videos, but again, it's the kind of nice, idyllic kind of seeming lifestyle which I just enjoy seeing, because life is very, very complicated, and it's always nice to just pretend it's all idyllic and sparkly and lovely. And yes, I'm rambling at this point, so I'm going to wrap up the video now. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. It is Lydia Ray XO. Feel free to follow me on TikTok. It is at AutumnMyLoveX. If you've gotten this far through, thank you for dealing with the quality of today's video. I am sorry again. It will improve, but I wanted to be consistent. I wanted to get something out. So yes, let me know what you think of these books down below, if you've read them, or if this video has maybe convinced you to buy one. Then let me know, and then let me know what you think of it. And so yes, I will see you in next week's video, which will hopefully be far better quality. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a brilliant day, evening, morning, all that in general. See you next time.